Welcome to the Passionate Roaditor, TPR, where we stay on the road to keep you safe on the road. On July 6, 2025, a Toyota Prado linked to Embu woman representative Njoki Njeru was involved in an accident near Gakwegori Market along the Embu-Runyenjes Road. The fatal accident, in which a bodaboda rider and his passenger were killed, was caught on camera. Here is analysis of the accident, as only the Passionate Roaditor TPR can provide. President William Ruto was on his way to mark the 35th anniversary of the diocese at St. Mark's College at Kigari in Embu County when the unfortunate accident happened. The initial vehicles leading the presidential convoy speed past in a single file. As more vehicles approach, it is clear that there is a white car that has stopped partly on the road. It even has one of its doors open. On the opposite side, on the shoulder of the road, is the bodaboda rider who is stationary. First, for security reasons, this car should not have stopped here. Being stationary here on part of the road points to laxity on the part of the outriders of the presidential motorcade. Secondly, it is this car that inadvertently causes the fatal accident. As the motorcade is speeding downhill, the cars on the left lane are forced to take evasive action to avoid hitting the white car that stopped on the road. As more vehicles swerve right to avoid hitting the white car, some of the drivers coming downhill on the right side lane slow down in order to avoid an accident with their colleagues. What happens next is the Concertina effect, also known as the Accordion Effect. As the vehicles on the right lane brake to avoid frontal collisions, the driver of a Prado is caught out and swerves right to the shoulder of the road to avoid impact with the car ahead of him. Unfortunately, the bodaboda rider and his passenger are on this shoulder. The Prado plows into them at high speed, causing fatal injuries. Irate residents touched the Prado that hit the innocent bodaboda rider and passenger, who were on the shoulder of the road at the time of the accident. How could this accident have been prevented? The white car that stopped on the road as the presidential motorcade was approaching should have been removed. Had this been done, it is likely the convoy would have sped past with each vehicle in it sticking to its lane. The official presidential convoy is usually joined by additional vehicles belonging to senior county officials and people's representatives. Among these drivers, there is a sense of pride in being able to keep up with the presidential escort. Unfortunately, this creates a large number of vehicles traveling at high speed, and in such an instance as this one, they were so close to each other. Given the large number of government officials who accompanied the president on his tours of a region, it might be necessary to develop a safer model of the presidential convoy's movement from one location to another, lest this kind of accident becomes a common occurrence. One shudders to think what would have happened if crowds had lined up the road. Is this becoming a trend? Less than 4 months ago, a British man was hit and killed along Ngong Road in Nairobi by a support vehicle in the presidential convoy. 79-year-old Edgar Riches, a beloved husband, father, brother, grandfather, uncle, and a cherished friend to many, lost his life when he was hit by a speeding driver who was part of the presidential entourage. The driver failed to stop after the incident, which took place earlier this year on the 13th of March. Riches was visiting Kenya to see his sister and nephew. He was frequently involved with fundraising for the Catholic aid charity CAFOD. According to the BBC, some people questioned why the convoy was so big and moving at such speed. The BBC noted that it was not the first time a president's or deputy president's motorcade has killed or injured a pedestrian, and in a number of cases, members of the president's traveling party have died. Do like, share, and subscribe to TPR for more road safety content, with in-depth analysis that you'll only find on this channel. Go to the comment section and make your voice heard concerning this avoidable accident. You can also post your feedback to the Passionate Roaditor at gmail.com.